Hey, everybody, welcome again to Flight School Business Quick Tips from the Field. One of the things that's really important in a business is having a good culture within it, not just to keep CFIs, but for really everybody involved in the business. What are some of your tips, or what are some of the things that you found that help make a successful culture in a flight school?
Ultimately, you can't control the culture of your business. You have to be your best and hope that your staff and employees and your students follow that. So, the way that we try to be our best is communication is number one. Make sure your staff knows what you expect, they know what your trajectory is and what you're trying to do. We have a my door is always open policy for our staff if they have concerns. We communicate to our staff during onboarding training what our values and our mission is. That way they know what we stand for. They can use that as guidance when they're in a situation where they have to make a decision and we're not there to tell them what to do. We also have monthly team meetings to keep everybody in sync. We empower and train our staff to do their jobs so that we do not have to micromanage them, and that way they can be successful at their jobs. We celebrate our team's success. We celebrate their milestones, 1,000 hours, first check ride pass, 10 check ride passes, gold seal, all those things. We show our face at the office periodically to make sure everybody knows that we're one of the team. We'll get in there, we'll help them do work, we'll get our hands dirty if we have to, but we don't have to be there every day. We have a good management team, a layer below us as owners to help us keep the school running without us being on site every day so that we're not tied to the office. We do team socials, get out of the office, have some fun, um, and we hire the right people. We hire people that we think fit into what we're trying to build. So that's how we try to keep our culture at our school successful.
Cool. So one of the key things I know you've mentioned about is getting the right people, but of course, the way to get them is when you make that hire happen, or and sort of get through that process. So can you tell us a little bit about your hiring process and how you're able to find the right people?
So we have a three-step hiring process. At first, I pre-screen everyone over the phone. It takes about 30 minutes, and I have a list of questions that I ask. I'm asking about their experience, where they're working, why they want to leave, how many check ride passes they've got, but also I'm just trying to get a feel for the person. What, how do they answer questions? What's their personality like? Are they excited about this job opportunity, or are they just, moving on to the next step? Once they pass the pre-screen, we invite them to come to Charleston and do an in-person flight and ground interview. So we start off with the ground interview. We're going to ask them to teach a private instrument in a commercial ground lesson. Then they go to the airplane and they're going to do the same. We're going to ask them to teach us a private instrument and commercial maneuver. We tour, show them around the school and introduce them to people because this is not just us interviewing them, they're interviewing us. We don't expect that we're the only school that they can come work at. There's lots of people that they can go, lots of schools they can go work at. So we want to make sure we're putting forward our best self, that they can see what we're all about, what we're like, what our environment's like, so that they can decide if they want to come work for us. So that's how we pre-screen our employees, and hopefully that means that we're getting the right person, the right fit for us, and that we're the right fit for them.